Hi, this is Trevor, and welcome back once again to my YouTube channel. Today is Wednesday, March the 9th. I should always look at the calendar before I do these. And I'm coming to you today from my kitchen. Getting ready to start my day and heading into some busy time at my reading studio. I'm finding that my schedule is actually quite different, and some of it has to do with the fact that there are so many other readers that are working now in Winnipeg, and I have my own little niche, and I'm quite glad of that. But part of why I'm coming to you from my kitchen is my Desiderata, which I have on the fridge. The Desiderata is a long kind of series of thoughts about life, and there's many things in it. And I like to have it generally in a place where I'm going to pass it by a few times during the day, because sometimes one line will stand out to me. One of the things that I'm noticing both for myself and for other people is the tremendous impact of social media that we're having on our lives. I find that when clients come in and they want to use their phone to record, some of them actually have a challenging time with going into airplane mode. It's like, oh my God, I won't be connected for a bit. And really, a reading is a time when we're connecting with our own spirit and being in the here and now. And the beautiful thing about these devices, like the iPhone that I'm using to record this video on, is that they can work for us, or we can find ourselves working for them. And that's where there's some beautiful lines in the Desiderata that have been helpful to me. It's so easy sometimes to get into the comparison of things when we're on things like Facebook and we're looking at likes and things like that. And the necessary business of things like my Facebook page that I generally post these videos to. And, you know, the necessary business in work of our own kind of self-promotion. But it's also very easy sometimes to start looking at what other people are putting forward and comparing ourselves. And that sometimes for me has to do with some reevaluation about how I work and what my own kind of level of ability is. And to look at that from a standpoint of values, not comparing, not going, oh, they're doing this and what might people like. And there's certainly some trends right now that are very popular. That's allowing me to be kind of focused a little bit more on the people that are drawn to me as a reader and the kind of resource I can be. And I'm generally pretty happy to refer people to things that do what I don't do. But the line in the Desiderata is look after your own career, however humble. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Might not have gotten that exactly, but that's the gist of it. And what is career? You might work at a donut shop. You might be doing that to support your family. Well, to me, the word career is what we do that expresses who we are. And that's not necessarily our job in terms of what gets written in the job description, but it is that part of why we are doing things and what we offer and what we bring through. You know, sometimes people will look at how I operate, and yes, working as a reader is a business, but I oftentimes refer to it as a service, and I really try to see it as that. I've always been blessed with friends who support what I do, some who may question it, some who may think it's just utter bunk. But I think most of those people see that I try to work with a sense of ethics. And I kind of try to keep it right size and in perspective. For me, what I do is a form of perception. It's meant to be offered as food for thought. Some people approach it as entertainment, but I try to work with it in a constructive way. Because of that, there's certain guidelines that have evolved over time. One of the beautiful things about reading in my hometown my whole life is that, you know, I have to kind of stay right size. And that's where I don't encourage dependency on what I do. I'm not a life coach. I'm not a guru. I'm a guy who's offering some food for thought. The other thing in the Desiderata that I think kind of applies to things like Facebook is do not compare yourself with others. You will become vain or bitter. And I must admit that sometimes, as in any profession, being a reader can involve those periods where we get a little caught up in the suppositions people have. Some people have an immediate knee-jerk reaction of seeing the profession as one thing. And there's a Scarface rule from the movie Scarface. Don't get high on your own supply. So that's where, you know, there's a sense of offering things and being of service, sometimes connected to beliefs and connected to different systems. And it's very, very easy as a reader to sometimes get caught in that. So it involves really kind of coming back to that business of not comparing, but looking at that sense of worth in terms of what we do. So I oftentimes say that I began reading as a kitchen table reader. How fitting that I'm sitting here at my kitchen table this morning. And I look forward to spring and definitely a very productive time that is going on. I do have some same day availability sometimes. I don't do walk ins right now in terms of how I work or operate. It's generally by appointment, and that's going well. It's a bit of a different pace. And I look forward to hearing from you. Take care. Have a great day. Bye for now.